get into this week. We'll talk Evil in WWE, the New Japan Cup updates. We'll talk G1 Chicago Revolution and more. Let's get to it.
I'm Paul Stanley of KISS. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
I told you last night, no!
You're listening to your source for pro wrestling talk.
For those that are unaware, my name is Fuego del Sol.
Yeah, I actually used to wrestle for Ring of Honor before I signed with WWE.
You know, that name that you just named, I've never had a one-on-one match here in Impact Wrestling Games for Swan.
And your place for modern rock.
Hi, I'm Nita Strauss.
Hey, this is Ozzy Osbourne.
It's going to be an awesome rock and roll party here.
This is Third League. Rock and Wrestling Radio.
Well, all right, welcome into this edition of Third League Radio, and we're just going to jump right in as reports are out that, well, Evil, former New Japan pro wrestling star, is expected to join WWE, but he reportedly requested to start in NXT so that he can be familiar with WWE's style. However, the company says they want him on the main roster.
So they've... WWE's been kind of doing that now. At first, they were putting anyone from AEW, they go to NXT. Now, anyone they bring in is going straight to the main roster. They were adamant about Royce Keys being on the main roster. They're adamant about Evil for some reason. I don't know that they've ever watched an Evil match.
Well, he knows that WWE is different than anywhere else. He knows the style is slower. He knows it's more of a theatrical, performative, television-based wrestling. He knows it's a television show. So he wants to go and learn how to be on a television show. That's why he wants to go to NXT. I mean, for his point, he's just trying to succeed in what he thinks the American market still is. I think he, like WWE, like the higher-ups in WWE, don't see the market shifting like I see it shifting. Like, I see people watching AEW for the first time, and they're like, oh, why am I not watching this? You know, no one's eating.
I think Evil knows that he's known in AEW, and that AEW is a closer style than New Japan. I think he wants to learn something new. But also, I think he knows that AEW fans don't like him. I think he's a terrible wrestler. And WWE is about to find that out, too. He is a Braun Strowman with no charisma. I mean, Braun Strowman didn't have any either, but there's nothing there, and he doesn't have House of Torture with him to do interferences, which is his only matches he does.
Yeah, we'll talk House of Torture member when we have our Revolution review. But that, Jack Perry, he's still a member of House of Torture. Anyway, we'll get to the Clayton Bloodstone ripoff a little bit later.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
But we are going to talk about the New Japan Cup right now. Give cup dates, if you will. Yes, I said that. I'm sorry. But last episode, we had one of the quarterfinals set. From the left side of the bracket, we had that quarterfinal set last time. Well, as we come back here, we've got both semifinals set. We've got both sides of the bracket down to the Final Four. And it's a little bit surprising to me. It honestly is.
I mean, yeah, it's Yuya Uemura and Oleg Boltin, which I'm thinking that was supposed to be Tomohiro Ishii, and they went with Oleg instead of Ren Narita, but Oleg Boltin is very, very popular.
Well, see, this is what I'm talking about surprising. Callum and Shota. I think whoever wins this wins the New Japan Cup simply because, in order to get there, Callum Newman had to beat Hiroki Goto. In order to get there, Shota had to beat Zack Sabre Jr. These are two established stars in New Japan. These are two former IWGP champions. And you've got Callum Newman and Shota beating them to go through. This is the sign of a new generation taking over in New Japan. So it's going to be one of those two.
Shota Umino and, or not Shota, Zack Sabre Jr. and Hiroki Goto, they've won multiple New Japan Cups.
Did you hear what I just said?
You didn't say that.
I said this is the start of a new generation because they had to beat these guys, these legends.
But you know,
whoever wins this match will win the New Japan Cup simply because of that.
They can be legends without ever winning a New Japan Cup, and you didn't mention that they had won them. You're just assuming people know that.
But yes, that is one of the semifinals. Callum and Shota, the other one, though. Oleg and who was it? Yuya? Yeah. I think Yuya's going to take that one, even though Oleg is pretty popular. And I think it's going to come down to whoever wins that, Callum and Shota.
Now that I'm thinking about it, and who Oleg is and how they book him to be, it's going to be Oleg Bolton versus, I'm thinking Callum Newman. I think it's going to be Callum Newman.
Well, they are trying to reestablish United Empire. They've set the stage for a Callum Newman-Will Ospreay matchup. They've already set that stage. I've already teased that a little bit. So, I don't know. You could very well be right. It could be Callum Newman.
Stardom Pro Wrestling.
Let's stay in Japan as another tournament semifinal. Well, a tournament semifinal and final would happen as the Cinderella Tournament 2006 from Stardom would happen.
What?
And it would start off...
2026?
2026. But it would start off with both semifinal matches as Hanan would defeat Aya Sakura, 11 minutes 42 seconds to start. And then Rina would defeat Miyu Amasaki in 13 minutes 53 seconds. So that would set the final for later on in the night.
Click on Rina's profile real quick. When does it say she started wrestling?
She is 19 years old, and she started wrestling in 2018.
Yeah. Her and her twin sister have been wrestling since they were like 14 in Stardom. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's a lot longer than 14. Since 2018 is when she started.
Yeah, good.
She's 19 years old now. It's 2026.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah. She had to be young. Because 2020 is 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right. 2018 would be 8 years ago. She would be 8 years old. And she started wrestling, 9 years old.
I'm telling you.
Let's see, a couple other matches to talk about in this one. The Future of Stardom title would change hands as Rana Yagami would defeat Hanako, and she would be the new champion.
Sorry. No, I'm just... It reminded me of, like... God, this was like 5 years ago. There was Jim Ross was on commentary on Dynamite, and I think it was Riho, and they were like... Didn't Riho start wrestling when she was like 9?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and Jim Ross was like, you can't do that in Oklahoma.
That is funny. But another title would change hands. The CMLL Japan Women's title would change hands at the show as India Sue is the new champion.
The Japan Women's title?
The CMLL Japan Women's title, yes. India Sue would defeat Hazuki in 15 minutes 16 seconds. This title was just created.
Really, really good.
Yeah, this title was just created in 2020, so it's a relatively new title. But it is the CMLL Japan Women's Champion. And that would lead into the tournament final, the Cinderella Tournament Final for 2026. Hanan would defeat Rina, 22 minutes even.
Yeah, I could have saw that. The Cinderella Tournament's big. That's awesome for Rina. Hanan, she's the next big star, so I could have seen that.
Yeah, let's see.
She's really, really good, too.
That is our look at Stardom.
Talking wrestling around the world. This is Third League.
We're going to kind of stay in Japan in America, if that makes sense. Because the G1 Climax tournament, well, G1 Climax 36, actually, is going to kick off in the United States. It's going to start Saturday, July 11th at the Now Arena in Hoffman Estates, Illinois. New Japan announced that every match scheduled for the show will be a tournament bout. No multi-person tag team matches on this one.
Nothing. No filler, no anything like that. They're going to Chicago for 2 hours. You're going to see 17 tournament matches. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it is. Man, that is going to be wonderful. But, okay, with Japan, with the Japanese wrestling fans seemingly shopping around, for lack of a better term, watching many different promotions that they didn't used to watch. You see, we've had this conversation about New Japan, All Japan, Noah. We've had the conversation about that, about the attendance and all that. For them to start their biggest tournament in the United States under the New Japan of America banner, I'm not sure that's a good look.
Well, what they're seeing is, when you look at the American audience, they are the biggest name. If you're in America and you think Japanese wrestling, you think New Japan. If you ask someone who watched wrestling in the 90s and you tell them, hey, you remember that Japanese wrestling? What is it? And they would say, what is it? That New Japan or whatever? Because that was what WCW, New Japan had it with WWF. No other Japanese company was teaming with any promotion. Everyone knows New Japan here.
Well, I get that, but that same approach is not working for AAA. That's their approach. Team with WWE, they're getting on TV, and people in America, when they think of Mexico wrestling, they think of AAA, but people in Mexico, when they think of wrestling, they're most likely thinking of CMLL.
I mean, I definitely think CMLL, but wrestling fans are probably going to say AAA because of Eddie Guerrero and Psychosis and stuff like that.
We'll see how that goes with New Japan kicking off the G1 Climax 36 in Chicago on July 11th.
You're listening to Third League Radio.
Well, now we're going to move on to Ring of Honor. Interesting things happen with Ring of Honor. We'll talk about the latest episode of Ring of Honor TV from the new studio. I believe this is the third episode from the new studio. It is Ring of Honor on Honor Club number 158. And the things I like and don't like, it is a mixed bag on this one. I like returning to the studio. I don't like the setup they've got. I like some of the matches. I like the Athena story. I like the Deonna Purrazzo Athena tease, but other than that, there's not much story going on.
First of all, you had a giant screen or curtain, whatever, that blocked off half the arena, and it was like this washed out red color that just didn't look appealing at all. The matches were either too long or too short, and about 99% of them didn't have any reason for them to be there except that you just needed to make a show and you put people together.
We were talking about this. We talked about how Brian Cage was cleared. We were talking about how all Ring of Honor really needs is direction. The talent is there. I mean, talent that's not being used across both companies is definitely there, but there's just no direction in story. A couple of people have it, sure, but you have the ability to make an awesome company here. Ring of Honor could be really good.
Well, here's what happens. You have a match, and then the Ring of Honor logo pops up into like a transition screen, and then it goes in. There's another match. Ring of Honor logo. Another match. Ring of Honor logo. Main event. There's nothing there. There's no... just literally there's no stories. It's not an appealing TV show. I mean, they keep saying they want millions of dollars for this. I'd pay $5.
The potential is there, clearly, but the execution is not.
It looks like an OVW.
The thing is, they could do... I have no problem with the first season of Power, that studio type of show. That has been done since the 80s across multiple wrestling companies. Ring of Honor could bring that back. That could be a new era of Ring of Honor, but they have this weird red, pink thing blocking it off that it looks horrible. Give me something on it. Make it a screen. Give me a Ring of Honor logo. Give me anything. Give me something on it. And it makes it 100 times better.
Was the Code of Honor even there anymore?
Yes, the Code of Honor is still there, but that's about it.
Third League Radio.
All right, let's get into what was a tremendous pay-per-view. I saw lots of people say this is one of the generational pay-per-views, one of the markers of this generation. Maybe that's too high of praise, but... yeah, you're trying to cut me off, and then you're mad that I'm still talking. But I didn't think it may... that might have been too high a praise, but it was definitely a damn good pay-per-view. 9.34 rating on Cage Match.
Yeah, I didn't think it was as good as other people thought, too, but,
Well, yeah, normally we don't do the pre-show, but we got to start on the pre-show because the AEW national title started on the pre-show and rolled on over into the main show with the 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal.
Before that, we had the story with Willow Nightingale that led throughout the show.
She
defended the TBS title against Lana Cross, and then Megan Bayne comes out, and they beat down on Willow Nightingale. They quote-unquote hurt her shoulder. Harley Cameron saves her, and so that led into the women's tag team title match later. But go ahead, the reverse battle royal.
Well, they started on the outside of the ring, and once you got in the
20
ring...
minutes.
Yeah. Once you got in the ring, then you could be eliminated by being thrown over the top rope. It was an odd way to understand it. But I haven't seen a Blackjack Battle Royal in a while, so I didn't know. And there's Bob.
They didn't go over the rules, but I couldn't tell who was eliminated or not because people just sat on the outside.
Jack Perry would come away victorious in this. He's your new national championship after it came down to him and Ricochet as the final two. And it would be like... it was almost a Poison Rana from the apron to where Ricochet went off, but...
Well, it was a great... they did really great stuff as the last two, and Jack Perry kind of dedicated the win to his late father, so that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. What wasn't cool is leaning into Jungle Jack Perry. AEW is leaning into it now. I'm seeing Jungle Jack everywhere. Jungle. And honestly, Clayton Bloodstone, if you're listening, you've got a case at some gimmick infringement here. My God, it looks exactly like Clayton Bloodstone, except Clayton wears the mask. He wears the skull mask on his entrance.
I understand you are a boomer and it's just something you don't like, so you think it has to be how you like it. But he wasn't getting any...
It's not how I like it. It's how Jack Perry likes it. He doesn't like Jungle. He doesn't want to be... He's literally on an interview saying, I don't want to be anywhere near Jungle Boy.
Kayfabe.
No, he was literally on an interview saying, I don't want to be anywhere near Jungle Boy. And then Tony's like, hey, they go, whoa, when you come out, so you should be Jungle. And he's like,
that's
okay.
Not what he said. Jack Perry agreed to it. He wasn't getting any engagement or any likes, only maybe in Japan. The only person who liked him was a niche group of people. It's why AEW went down. Scapegoat was part of the worst part of AEW. It was 2023, and he was one of the worst parts.
He was not one of the... Dude, Orange Cassidy being the main star was the worst part. Darby Allin being the main star was the worst part.
They had more viewers.
Are you kidding me? Scapegoat was the saving grace of that show.
They had more.
And you're over here like, whoa.
Stop being a fucking asshole.
Stop. You're the one being an asshole. It's like, Jungle Jack is good because Tony said so.
No.
Look with your eyes. It's shit. It's shit.
You're doing biased, opinionary journalism, and I'm trying to give you stats. They had more viewers watching Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy than Jack Perry.
Yeah, okay, I'm sure.
And guess what? 20,000 people weren't there to see Scapegoat. They have more attendance now that they have Jurassic Express.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on you to say Willow Nightingale is the greatest female wrestler in the world. We'll move on to the World Tag Team title as FTR would actually defeat the Young Bucks in this one just shy of 20 minutes, 19 minutes, 41 seconds.
I wouldn't say anything because you think it's Lita, which she's like number 200. So.
You're still on the... dude.
You're being an asshole.
Just because you're saying whatever Tony says is right.
No.
It's not. Jungle Jack is shit.
Every single...
Jack Perry's good. Jungle is shit. Leave the jungle in the past where it belongs.
So I said 10 minutes ago that everything Ring of Honor is doing is perfect. I said that? Did I say that?
No, but if I'm sitting here telling you, hey, Jack Perry is a better name than Jungle, nope, Tony's good. Tony. Hey,
but why are you
Orange Cassidy shouldn't be the top guy.
No,
Tony.
Why are you the president? Why are you the CEO of fucking wrestling? Why do you get to decide what everything's
I'm not the
called?
CEO of wrestling.
Yes, you are. Because
I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here telling you that right there, is shit.
And that's
one-dimensional. That's all it's ever going to be. Like Orange Cassidy putting his hands in his pockets is all he's ever going to do. There's going to be nothing else. It's regression. It's coming back. Hardy's coming to WWE. Guess what? Team Extreme. Dun, 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 all the fucking time. One-hit wonder over and over and over again. Grow as a fucking person. Grow as a performer.
You want everyone to be the top one. You want everyone to be Roman Reigns or The Rock, and it's just not going to be that way. Some people are fucking Hurricane, where they're not going to do shit. Some people are Brian Kendrick, where you're not supposed to do shit.
And that's not Jack Perry.
Jack Perry.
That's not Jack Perry.
Jack Perry's Brian.
That's
Kendrick.
not Jack Perry. Jack Perry has the potential to be a show leader, but when he's stuck in regression mode, he's never going to do anything else.
No one is going to pay to see Jack Perry.
Again, moving on, the world title match, FTR would win. They would defeat the Young Bucks in this one. I'm probably couldn't stand to not see FTR Young Bucks again for a while, even though it was a good match.
I actually thought it was going to end really quick, which I would have liked, because they kind of went ×3 speed, you know? They were bleeding within the first 5 minutes. It went on a little longer than I thought. The moment with his kids was a little cringy to me, and the script where his kid is saying, "Go get him, Dad," but he's doing it like really awkwardly is how he's saying it. I didn't like that. And then they go on to lose the match, and I get why, but I think you could have had Young Bucks win, and then you still could have had the Copen Cage come out, and then FTR run away, and then the stare down between. You still could have done it.
Yeah, then we'll
Stokely
move on
got
to...
out of the chair.
Yeah, he did after the match, yeah. But let's see. Got a singles match that... This was the short match, but it was... Well, actually, hold on, because we're missing something after the FTR when the lights go out.
I said that.
And Copeland and Cage show up.
I did.
I don't think you said, because I didn't hear. But maybe I wasn't paying attention. But
I said they still could have done the return with Young Bucks winning.
Yeah, but you didn't say what return. But anyway, Copeland and Cage show up. And, that's why Stokely gets beat up by Copeland and Cage.
And then Nigel had the great call. He was like, he just started standing up again, and there are the people who took him out the first time.
But that would lead to Tony Storm and Marina Shafir. Which Tony Storm would get the win in this one. This was a short match.
I believe Dave Meltzer willed this into existence because he said for weeks, daily even, that they're obviously building towards Marina Shafir and Tony Storm, and they didn't announce it until like the day before, the Dynamite before, and I was like, no one wanted this, no one asked for this. The only reason they had the mixed tag feud, but that wasn't building towards Marina and Tony. But anyway, they did have something for this, so I don't know if it was last minute deal or what.
But after the match, Tony gets the win, but someone with darker hair shows up, and immediately I'm thinking Shayna Baszler with the friendship between Marina Shafir and Shayna Baszler, but it was not. It was Ronda Rousey, yes.
The third wheel friend.
And WWE apparently was shocked to find out that Ronda Rousey was over at AEW, which I don't think she's going to be doing anything. She's got a fight against Gina Carano coming up.
Yeah, she's there to market the fight, but she's going to do a couple matches, whether it's a tag. I think it's going to be a tag match, but I would not...
I don't think it's going to be before the fight because she doesn't want to get injured, and I don't think it can be after the fight because she's got to recover from the fight.
It's going to be before the fight. It's going to be like a little tag match. It's not going to be anything crazy.
But I don't think she would do it before the fight.
Why?
She didn't want to risk injury before the fight.
I don't know. It could be after. I really don't know when they're doing it, but I would not doubt that this is not going to be her only appearance because she loves wrestling, but she hates WWE. She had a really bad time over there, and they don't teach you how to wrestle over there. They teach you how to work through a match and to do a match.
Yeah.
So if they teach her actual wrestling moves, and maybe in about a year she could have a really cool run, and it would be just as an attraction thing. She wouldn't be a weekly thing, but I will expect her on TV, and she probably will be on Wednesday on Dynamite with the rematch of this.
Yeah, she called Tony Storm. Tony Storm came to the ring. They were eventually separated by everybody, and that would lead into... I found no reason for this stipulation. It was a Continental title match, and it was a no time limit match. Now, Continental title matches regularly are 20 minutes long. If you're on pay-per-view, the time limit is 60 minutes. They said no time limit match, and I'm thinking, okay, this is going to go for a good while. No. 23 minutes.
Well,
that's right at the average. Anyway, Jon Moxley would get the win over Konosuke Takeshita.
The idea was you had no idea when it was going to end. If it was a 1 hour time limit, you're like, okay, they can't go past an hour. If it's no time limit, you're like, well, fuck, it's Takeshita and Moxley. They might go longer.
But it was just a normal match, a normal Continental title match, pretty much.
It went in 25 minutes.
23 minutes, 32 seconds. Moving on to a women's tag team title match. This was the shortest match of the night. And
you missed the after segment.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Takeshita shakes Moxley's hand, and then, did we get something else?
No, we were speculating that Callis family was going to retaliate and kick Takeshita out, or Takeshita was going to cost somebody else a match later, but nothing like that happened. Takeshita didn't cost the match later, but, I mean, that's what we were speculating at the time.
Oh, Takeshita didn't come out with a varsity jacket. All the other members of the Callis family had new varsity jackets.
But, yeah, now we'll move on to the women's world title match. We expected this one. We called it after the pre-show where Willow actually defeated Lena Cross to retain the TBS title, but in the attack and everything, we said, yeah, Babes of Wrath are going to lose the titles, and they did. Lena Cross, Megan Bayne, actually, you know what? I'm not a fan of their tag name, but I'm more of a fan of it than I am of most of them. Divine Dominion. Mm-hmm. At least they have a, you know, it's not mega bad. It's not mega problems. It's okay. I can kind of go with that. But Divine Dominion, Lena Cross, Megan Bayne, they are now the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. And in a singles match, really setting the stage for who I would say maybe the next challenger for the AEW World title, Swerve Strickland and Brody King. Swerve Strickland would get the win in this one, a little over 14 minutes, 19 seconds. And Swerve really kind of controlled this match a bit.
We totally missed the Ospreay first time.
Oh, we did, yeah.
Yeah, he had surgery on September 15th. He got cleared February 15th, even though it's supposed to be a year after fusion neck surgery. Double fusion at that.
But when did he come out? Didn't he come out after this match?
Yeah.
So we didn't miss it.
No, last match. The Moxley match.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but he comes out, he got cleared literally, October, November, December, January, 5 months later, and he came out March 15th, so 6 months to heal.
Kenny came out after this match. Kenny came out after the Swerve Brody match, yeah. But Swerve would get the win in this one. I don't want to say dominating Brody, but he was in control most of the match. 14 minutes, 19 seconds. Kenny would come out and be setting up Swerve and Kenny.
There was some kind of extreme moments, but this match wasn't what I thought it would be. It was a little underwhelming, honestly.
Let's see. We'll move on to the women's world title match. Best 2 out of 3 falls. Tekla would get the win, defeating Chris Statlander 2 falls to 1, 17 minutes, 19 seconds. She got the first fall. Tekla would get the first fall, 4 minutes, 34 seconds into the match.
Held on to the ropes. Ref didn't see it.
A little less than 10 minutes later, 14 minutes, 5 seconds into the match, Statlander would even the score at 1 pin each. But Tekla would win, about 3 minutes later with pinning Statlander, getting the victory, 2 falls to 1.
There was some interference from the Sister System as well during the match.
Right. The Trios title would be after this, and this would be the final 4 matches. 3 of the final 4 matches were really very, very good. Jet Speed, Kevin Knight, and Mike Bailey, they would team with Mystico to take on the Trios champions, the Don Callis family. Kazuchika Okada, Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, and
I figured they were taking the titles off here because people are getting mad at double champions, because I figured Hangman Adam Page wins the world title, and if the Jet Speed win the titles back, then nobody has double titles. But
yeah, but I don't know. I did not think they were going to, because really Don Callis' family just got the trios titles. And no, it's not going to be that quick of a change. But
well, they did it for a reason.
Yes, they did. Basically, Jet Speed and Mystico, they get the win. They are the new trios champions. And then the Tron appears with Mystico is All Elite. So he's on a dual contract now. He is under contract to CMLL and AEW.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a better reception because Adam Page is gonna be off doing his own story stuff, and Jet Speed match better with Mystico. They can call themselves El Sky Speed. That'd be cool.
It's gonna be Mystic Speed. It is. Let's see. We'll move on to a match that I thought was for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Apparently, it was not. But Andrade El Idolo has apparently set himself up for a title shot because he defeated Bandito in 20 minutes 55 seconds.
They used the Ring of Honor background for the promotion, the match stream, and then they had Bandito with the Ring of Honor title. But I swear I looked at the screen and saw it say Ring of Honor World Title. So I don't know. And this match was wrestled like a world title match. So
yeah, I really thought it was. But after this, I was like, why is this match here? This match could have been on the pre-show. This match could have been earlier in the show, but I guess it was the cool-down match, if you want to call it that, before the main event. But it was a Tornado six-man. Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong were teamed together, defeating the Dogs, Clark Connors, David Finlay, and Gabe Kidd. And I really thought Roderick Strong was going to join the Dogs. I've been thinking that for a couple of weeks, and no, he just cements himself into the conglomeration.
Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin, the conglomeration, they are extremely popular in LA. Roderick Strong, too. The crowd was really receptive to We Found Roddy. Or We Lost Roddy, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of the fans... I didn't really care at all. I want to see Roderick Strong turn heel. But the fans there, they seemed really into it. So I think they're just an LA team.
And the main event, Texas Death Match. If Adam Page loses, he can no longer challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. And that's exactly what happened.
43 minutes.
Yeah, 46 actually. 46-18. And it would end, it was a death match. It was a dog collar match. It was, there was elements to a lot of different things in this. It was almost an Iron Man match even, if you want to go that far with it. They went, if Adam Page is like, yeah, okay, this is really going to be my last time, this was a match worthy of not challenging for the title again. They really took it, to the limit, to something.
And Page was dominant for most of the match, but the sneaky... Oh, I can't say that. The sneaky man got the...
Yeah, well, no, he... this was a really good match. MJF retains. He is still the world champion. Like I said a little bit earlier, cage match, 293 votes, 9.34 rating. That is up there for a pay-per-view.
So for me, if I was booking the main event, I have Adam Page winning, Swerve coming up from behind, because I have it to where you see the copyright pop up at the bottom and Hangman celebrating, then Swerve comes in, grabs the chain, beats him up, hangs him over the side, and then the show just cuts to black. That's how I would have ended the show, with Hangman as world champion. But the only thing that I would be happy with here is if they do Hangman versus Tony Khan, like a Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon type thing here.
Yeah, I could see that, but that would have to be Page descending back into madness one more time. Can you tell that story again? So far after coming off of a...
If he's doing it against Tony Khan, yeah. Tony Khan has always wanted the Bischoff or the Vince McMahon storyline. He's always wanted that. Vince McMahon won the war with Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon feud.
Did you hear Vince McMahon tried to kill that? After he got after Austin won the King of the Ring, that was just hey, we're taking it off this guy, you're being punished, so Austin's going to win now. And he said the famous 316 line, and everybody started going. Vince was like, oh, we got to stop this. We don't need this to get popular because it's going to ruin our plans. Idiot. But no.
He's always wanted that. He's tried it before, but I think this time it could work.
But yeah, that is a look. That is our review of AEW Revolution.
And that does mean that we will have a Tony Khan versus Adam Page dog collar match, I'm sure.
This week in history.
All right, this week in wrestling history, the days we're looking at March 9th through the 15th. Let's see, we'll start in March 14th, 2005. For the first time since December 1991, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, they would team up as the Rockers to take on La Resistance, Sylvain Grenier and Rob Conway. Of course, they would get the win on Monday Night Raw, March 13th.
That was not a well-received tag team.
No. They definitely were not. Spike Dudley didn't like them. Let's see. March 13th, 2003.
Left them.
AJ Styles and the Amazing Red would defeat Christopher Daniels and Xavier for the ROH World Tag Team titles in the main event of ROH Expect the Unexpected.
They did a lot of those cool shows when they were first starting. Now they don't do nothing.
Well, about 14 years later, March 10th, 2017, Christopher Daniels would defeat Adam Cole for his first and only Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of Winner Takes All, the 15th anniversary show from Vegas.
Christopher Daniels, is crazy. He's wrestled in Ring of Honor, All Japan, New Japan, WCW. Did he do a enhancement match in WWF?
What?
Enhancement.
Who? Christopher Daniels? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had a role. He was supposed to be, when they pulled the hood off and it was Undertaker and he was the Man in Black with corporate ministry, all that. That was supposed to be Christopher Daniels before they were like, hey, let's get somebody that people know.
Yeah, no, he's wrestled in almost every company you can think of. So
yeah, he's wrestled in WCW, ECW, he's wrestled in WWE, he's wrestled in NWA, wrestled in New Japan, wrestled in everywhere. I'm re-quoting. Because you're like, maybe he did. No, he did, yeah. But yeah, Christopher Daniels, definitely a well-deserved title run. But I guess the big thing this week, March 11th, 2002, episode of Raw from Detroit, Michigan. The NWO, Hollywood Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, would defeat Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock in a handicap match. The only time Hulk Hogan and Steve Austin have been in the same ring. Yeah, so there. That is This Week in History.
This is Third League. Rock and Wrestling Radio.
All right, so I think you wanted to do, I don't know, you're trying to do this segment, Trump's Effect on Wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Well, Saudi Arabia is about to lose billions of dollars because of Trump. WWE is planning on changing dates or not doing shows at all. They are looking at changing dates of Clash of Champions. They're looking at moving WrestleMania 42 altogether next year away from Saudi Arabia because of the stupid war for no reason that is restricting air travel. So basically only people in the city could come to the show.
Yeah, no, it's...
And when it's WrestleMania, you're hoping some Americans will fly over. Most won't, but...
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's... if they don't move it, you're just going to see more empty seats than Royal Rumble. But that is, Trump's effect on wrestling.
Match of the week.
So match of the week time, and man, both of mine are coming from AEW Revolution. The honorable mention, for me, it is going to be Jon Moxley, Konosuke Takeshita for the Continental Championship. It could have been Swerve and Brody, honestly, but I thought Mox and Konosuke, they told a story in their match and opened it up. They left it open-ended.
Well, what I loved
to go from there.
That's mine too, and what I loved about that match is AEW has such a uniquely perfect record of switching people inside matches. They made Takeshita a full face here and had Takeshita do the handshake. Takeshita's a face now.
Yeah.
Out of 20 minutes.
And it's not out of 20 minutes. It's just how they slowly did it. Even with like Kyle Fletcher forgiving Okada, them becoming the trios champions together. Like you said, Takeshita not having the jacket like everybody else had. It's little things, and then this whole one culmination. There didn't have to be a big turn. Just a handshake at the end of the match, and you're like, okay, yep, I can see it. I know what's going on. But yeah, that's definitely honorable mention. But moving on to match of the week, it's got to be the main event, the Texas Death Match. Yeah. MJF retaining the world title against Adam Page. 46 minutes.
They dragged MJF through glass. They shot water through Hangman's cheek.
No, okay, what he means is there was a needle. MJF picks up the needle, starts like squirting the liquid into Hangman's mouth, then jabs it through his cheek, and then starts squirting it through the cheek.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that has got to be definitely match of the week.
They had cameras specifically ready. That they might have hired somebody for this.
The end?
No, they were looking around all match to find people who looked surprised or scared, like it was their first time there, and they put the camera directly on him. Like there was this one guy who popped up in multiple matches. He looked like he was crying.
No, the end. I thought you were going to talk about that camera shot because it reminded me of it when
the blood. Yeah.
When basically they've got the dog collars on, but MJF has kind of reversed Hangman's signature thing where now MJF is hanging Hangman over the apron, and you can see Hangman like he can't fight it anymore, and he just drops. He's passed out. And MJF lets go, and when Hangman falls forward, his bloody head, hits the camera and leaves a blood stain on the camera that they'd show, and that's how the show ends.
Yeah, they left that shot on there for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, the blood-stained camera with MJF standing over Adam Page's body.
You could tell Tony Khan was freaking out in the back. He was like, holy shit, that's so cool.
Use it again, use it again, use it again. But no, yeah, that's definitely match of the week.
And after it's all over, you say, oh, what a lovely tea party.
Third League. Wrestling Radio.
Okay, so for upcoming shows, we got a show we don't even have any matches for. But I want to tell you about it because I want to put it on the radar. Ring of Honor, Maple Leaf Pro, Global Wars Canada. Going to be available on Triller TV. I'm not sure if this is... It doesn't say it's going to be available live on Honor Club, so it may be a Triller TV thing for Maple Leaf Pro. Not really sure how that's going to work out, but it is coming to you from Windsor, Ontario, Canada at the St. Clair College Sportsplex. Ring of Honor MLP Global Wars coming up on the 27th. But something to look at coming up on the 28th. It is the 33rd anniversary show for Michinoku Pro. That's something to kind of keep your eye on. If you're not familiar with Japanese wrestling, even if you are, you might not know Michinoku Pro, but it is one of the longest companies in Japan, 33 years. When did New Japan start? 91? Or 72, excuse me. But yeah, this has been a long-running promotion, so congratulations to them. It's going to be headlined by the junior heavyweight title match, Pantera Jr. defending against Musashi. The Michinoku Pro 33rd anniversary show. But that is going to do it for us. We will see you next time right here on Third League Radio.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Third League Radio. Download the latest episodes at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. Catch the live radio show every weekend starting at 10 p.m. You can listen live every Friday night at mix961.net. This has been Third League Radio.